Hello, wrestling fans. Blake Smith from Walking the Ropes, and welcome to another episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review for AEW Dynamite from Indianapolis, Indiana. But before that, make sure to check out the Walking the Ropes link tree for all things Walking the Ropes. To open the show, we had a singles match between Bryan Danielson and Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero comes to the ring with the new members of Chaos, the Best Friends. Romero and Danielson lock up and exchange takedowns and different holds and slowly build up the pace as they spill to the outside. Orange distracts Danielson and Romero takes control here. Danielson answers with hard kicks in the corner and locks in the Romero special. And tries to switch to the Dragon Sleeper, but Romero fights out to the ropes and starts to beat on Danielson hung up inside of the ropes. And then sends him to the outside as well. Rocky hits a running sliced bread for a near fall up on the top ropes now. Then Danielson goes for a back body drop from the top, but Rocky turns into a cross body for a near fall and then switches to an armbar that Danielson fights out of, and they exchange hard shots again. And I know it sounds like these moves are just flowing together. It's because they are. They literally were just seamless. I literally couldn't follow what was going on. They both start going for hold after hold, but each man has an answer for the other. Eventually, Danielson catches Romero and goes for the lapel lock, but has to switch to what I believe I heard Excalibur call a Tokido special. Or sorry, a Tokido Sunrise. And then that was for the win. Romero tapped out. Now, I'm not sure if I heard Excalibur correct. I've never seen the submission that Danielson put in. It looked painful. So, my Malteser scale, I gave it a 4.25 out of 5. It was a fantastic match. I mean, these two guys are just amazing submission specialists. And I mean, also high flyers and generic wrestlers. And I mean, they're just amazing professional wrestlers. They did fantastic, and I would love to see this match a million times over. And I believe you can watch it at least 4 or 5 other times in different promotions. The Inner Circle then make their way to the ring, but before they can make it, they get jumped by American Top Team and the Men of the Year. They beat down the Inner Circle, and then in the ring, the Men of the Year set up a table and helped Dan Lambert put Jericho through it from the top rope. Or I guess it was more from the middle rope. Sorry. They say that this is only a taste of Full Gear, and then at Full Gear, Dan Lambert is going to pin Jericho. But tonight, he will tap Jericho out with the Walls of Jericho. Dan Lambert locks in the Walls of Jericho, screams at the top of his lungs, it's called a Boston Crab. And then Sky forces Jericho to tap out, literally slaps his hand off the mat. And the Men of the Year and American Top Team stand tall as if they've made Jericho tap, which I honestly can't remember the last time it's happened. I really can't. We get a trios tag team match. Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jamie Hayter versus Ty Conti, Anna Jay, and Thunder Rosa. They all brawl to start out, all 6 of them, and then Rosa and Britt end up being the 2 legal competitors. But quickly Britt decides better and tags out to Rebel. Rosa quickly takes control and backs Rebel into the corner and tags in Anna. After a great double team from Anna and Thunder, Britt and her group beat on Anna outside and take control, distracting the refs so they can beat on Anna in their corner. Anna finally, though, shows some life and hits a suplex and tags in Ty. Ty comes in and takes out the 3 opponents and pump kicks them in the corner. She then hits the Ty KO for a near fall, broken up by Britt, and Jamie and Britt double team Ty, and Thunder stops the pin following that. Then everyone takes out everyone. That's basically what I call when, as Simon Miller would say, the tag team buzzer goes off and everyone comes in and does their moves. And then Thunder jumps on Jamie from the top rope to the outside. And Ty hits the DDT, staring right at Britt Baker, who decided to not get in the ring to stop her for the win. Ty Conti, Anna Jay, and Thunder Rosa defeat Rebel, Jamie Hayter, and Britt Baker. My Malteser scale, I gave this a 3.25 out of 5. It was a really good build-up. I wish it kind of was, I don't know, a bit different. I wish we could have had a bit more. I don't know. I loved this match, and maybe I just like seeing it happen more. I don't know. Ruby and Chris talk about their match and say they respect each other, but knew their paths would cross eventually, so that they will not hold anything back here. We then get a singles match, Jungle Boy versus Anthony Bowens with Max Caster. Jungle Boy does not have anybody at ringside with him. It's weird. Holy crap, Luchasaurus just returned. Why isn't Boy and His Dinosaur a thing like Jurassic Express? Anyway, Bowens and Jungle Boy lock up until Bowens tosses Jungle Boy away and taunts him, and it seems to annoy Jungle Boy as he starts to pick up the pace, and Bowens eventually does stun him and chops him in the corner. Jungle Boy, though, explodes out and flips his way around the ring and takes control of Bowens. Bowens tries to grab the hair to get an advantage, but needs Caster to distract Jungle Boy to do so. So he hits a DDT on the apron, and then Caster is in control here as he beats on Jungle Boy, then dumps him to the outside, allowing Caster to beat on him again. The ref was being distracted. This is a perfect example of where is the Jungle Boy's Dino? Like, why isn't Luchasaurus out there? Or why didn't he at least come out once Caster started getting involved? Or even Christian Cage. Like, what are we doing here? Caster continues to beat down Jungle Boy in the ring, and Jungle Boy finally explodes out for a moment, but Bowen stops him again and slams him down to the mat for a near fall. Jungle Boy then goes for the snare trap, but Caster distracts him, and Jungle Boy dives out and deals with Caster, but Bowens hits the suspended DDT in the ropes. They really don't have a name for it right now, and Jungle Boy is just taking a beating and having to deal with two people at once when we know Luchasaurus is in the back. Although, Jungle Boy does, out of nowhere, lock in the snare trap for the win, which is good. Maybe Luchasaurus just knew he would win. I don't know, but that just seems a bit odd. But Jungle Boy does defeat Anthony Bowens. For my Malteser scale, I gave this a 4.25 out of 5, surely based on the fact that Jungle Boy put on a hell of a showing, fighting off two guys at once. I mean, it was amazing. After the match, Bobby Fish does jump Jungle Boy, and Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out to make the save. My point during the match is standing. Where were they? Why weren't they helping during the match? Anyway, Adam Page is then shown talking about how he was in the shadows and as his friends became champion. Kenny says that he doesn't lose big matches, but Adam does. Adam Cole and the Young Bucks talk with Bobby Fish and says the Elite run the place, but if Cole is cool with him, they are. Adam tells Bobby he has a match at Rampage against Jungle Boy. We then get a video package for Kingston and Punk, and it basically just recaps everything that's been happening. We then get a singles match, Wheeler Yuta versus Wardlow. Yuta knows if he's going to do anything against Wardlow, he needs to be quick and hard to hit. He starts sprinting around the ring and stumbles, and Wardlow uses this to take control, hitting multiple power bombs, and then hits the Casualty of War for the win. Wardlow defeats Wheeler Yuta. For my Malteser scale, I gave this a 2 out of 5. I mean, it really was what it was. It wasn't great, it wasn't bad, it was clearly just what it needed to be for whatever they're doing. We then get the Hardy family office jumping the best friends, and Matt comes to the ring with a chair and hits Orange with it, and then hits the Twist of Fate inside of the chair and bows as he leaves. And then we get Eddie Kingston and CM Punk shown backstage fighting. They're held by members of the roster and various security and whatnot. We then get a tag team match. Dante Martin and Lio Rush versus Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. Lee and Dante start out and show off their young talent as they flip and reverse each other all around the ring. Dante does finally tag in Leo, and Matt and Leo start to sprint around the ring. And they go back and forth, and Lee comes in and starts to roll against Leo. But Matt and Lee go for a double team, and Leo fights out and takes out both men. Flipping around the ring, Leo dives on both of his opponents that were sent outside. Leo then tags in Dante, and he goes to the top. They go to do a double team, but Matt takes out Leo, and Lee then rolls up Dante for a near fall after, I think Dante tried to go for a splash. Leo then tells Dante, after some confusion and Sydal was sent to the outside, that it's time to go to the top, and Dante then hits a double springboard moonsault for the win. Dante Martin and Lio Rush defeat Lee Moriarty and Matt Sydal. For my Malteser scale, excuse me. For my Malteser scale, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. It was a solid match. They absolutely killed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of Lee and Dante. We then get Miro talking to Brian, and he says that he's just standing in the way of him becoming world champion and getting back to his wife. We then get a singles match, Dax Harwood versus Pac, and this is actually the main event of the night. All wrestlers are barred from ringside. I say that because Tully Blanchard is allowed at ringside. Dax and Pac lock up, but it feels like this match won't be a standard wrestling match. We quickly see the spill into a straight fight, and Pac starts to pick up the pace, which definitely favors his style more than Dax's. They stand face to face once again, and Harwood lays out Pac, and Dax then has blood on his chest, and it's really difficult to tell where he was bleeding from. If I understood the commentators, it either was Pac's chest or Harwood's chest that was bleeding from shots that happened. Neither man really, though, gets an advantage as they go back and forth, and then up on the top rope, Pac hits a brainbuster for a near fall. Pac then goes back to the top and hits a missile dropkick to the back of Dax, and he's in control as he smashes into Dax in the corner. Pac then pulls Harwood in for a big kick and then goes for the top, but is stopped, and Dax then hits a back body drop from the top rope, and it looks like this match is going to end at any time now, but they just keep going. Dax then hits a rebound Liger bomb for a near fall. Pac switches to the brutalizer from a pin. I think he just basically rolled up Dax and switched to the brutalizer from the kick out, and that was it. Pac defeats Dax Harwood. For my Malteser scale, I gave this a 4 out of 5. It was an absolutely solid match, and it was a great main event, actually. After the match, Pac won't let up, and Cash comes in to make the save, and then the lights go out, and Andrade and Malachi appear, and they beat on Pac. The Lucha Brothers and Cody come out to make the save, and we have a massive brawl with Cody and Pac and the Lucha Brothers all standing tall. We then get a video package for MJF and Darby Allin, showing for Full Gear. And before the contract signing, the Dark Order and the Elite are shown being escorted out of the building as they are banned from the signing, from the whole building, basically. Tony Schiavone's the MC for the signing and welcomes Hangman Adam Page to the ring, followed by Kenny Omega. Adam signs first, but before he signs, he says there isn't much left to say, other than that he will beat Kenny's ass at Full Gear. He then signs. Kenny says that he wishes he was excited for this match, but he's sad that they were like family. Says the Elite always helped Adam back to his feet when he fell. He then pushed them away. Adam says he knows Kenny had a partner he didn't think he could measure up to, but now it may be fair to say he surpassed him. He's obviously referencing Kota Ibushi. The biggest lie Kenny ever told him was Kenny saying he was proud of him. He wasn't proud, he was scared. And now Adam knows why he was scared. He was scared that Hangman would become the world champion. And now, Saturday, he will. Kenny says this is all he wanted. He wanted to be the guy that Adam realized he had potential against. They shake hands, and Kenny goes to leave. I'm not sure if he had signed the contract or not. And the cameraman jumps at him. It's Don Callis, as we see. And then Kenny grabs the contract. He obviously didn't sign it. And signs it in Adam's blood. Very great visual for the show. For my overall for the show, I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It was a great final Dynamite before Full Gear. Obviously, we still have Rampage to build up Full Gear one more time. Yeah, I am looking forward to it. My match of the night is Danielson versus Romero. That was a fantastic match. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it. My segment of the night is definitely the contract signing. It makes this match that has been being built. You could really argue it's being built since the beginning of BTE, when everything basically started. You can't pinpoint when this story started between Kenny and Hangman, but it's coming, at least this chapter is coming to an end this Saturday, and I'm so looking forward to it. But that is all for this episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review. Oh, actually, sorry. I don't know if I did the Performers of the Night. Sorry. Performers of the Night is definitely Kenny and Adam, for the reason of what I just said. They have been telling this story perfectly forever. Yeah, there's nothing really much more I can say about that. They have really been doing this forever, and that is amazing for their... this is AEW's longest story, and yeah, these two are the reason for it. But now, that is all for this episode of Walking the Ropes Wrestling Review. Thank you all for dropping in. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications whenever we upload a video. And I'll see you in the next one.